All right, friends, a fresh update has arrived regarding Secret Wars, and this time, the Russo brothers themselves have said something very interesting. We all know that Avengers Doomsday is about to start filming, while Secret Wars is still in the writing stage. But just now, the Russo brothers have revealed that they will be drawing inspiration from both the 1984 Secret Wars and the 2015 Secret Wars. This means we can expect to see iconic elements from both versions in this movie. However, the most shocking thing for me is that the Russo brothers are hardcore fans of the Secret Wars from the 1980s. They have mentioned this multiple times. Now, what could this mean? Will we see a major Galactus moment? Or the origin of Spidey's black suit? Or maybe even the Beyonder? Hearing all this, I'm getting super excited. And that's exactly what today's video is about. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. What are the two Secret Wars? So far, Marvel Comics has given us two major Secret Wars storylines. One published between 1984 and 1985, written by Jim Shooter, and the other by Jonathan Hickman in 2015. Both stories are vastly different, so let's understand them one by one. Secret Wars, 1984. First, let me tell you that the 1984 storyline was actually created to sell toys. At the time, Marvel had a deal with toy manufacturer Mattel, who wanted to boost their toy sales. So, Marvel partnered with them to create a story that would drive fans to buy the toys. And that's how Secret Wars was born. In the 1984 Secret Wars, a transmultiversal entity suddenly appears in the Marvel Universe. This entity declares that it comes from the Beyond realm and, as part of its study of the multiverse, teleports various superheroes and supervillains to a barren planet called Battleworld. There, the entity, called the Beyonder, announces that it will grant any wish to the winner of the battle. As a result, different factions form on Battleworld, with the mutants on one side and a full-blown battle royale beginning. Meanwhile, Doctor Doom decides to take a different approach. He tricks Galactus, steals his power, and then directly challenges the Beyonder. When the Beyonder attacks Doom, Doom absorbs the Beyonder's power, becoming omnipotent. However, Doom soon realizes he can't fully control this power. Eventually, the Beyonder's consciousness regains control. Doom loses to the Avengers, and the Beyonder's power dissipates. Afterward, Molecule Man sends all the heroes and villains back to Earth. Secret Wars, 2015. The 2015 Secret Wars storyline is much deeper than the original. It starts with the Time Runs Out storyline, where the entire multiverse is on the verge of destruction due to collisions between universes. To prevent this, Dr. Doom steps in. Using time travel, he operates under the name Rabam Alil and spends years conquering the multiverse. Eventually, he challenges and defeats the Beyonders, using their power to reshape the entire multiverse according to his will. He creates a combined universe called Battleworld with an entirely new history. This world is structured like a medieval kingdom, ruled by God Emperor Doom. However, as Doom begins behaving like a dictator, those around him start questioning his rule. When the heroes arrive, they unite against him. In the end, Reed Richards defeats Doom, and a new multiverse is formed. I've discussed this story in detail before, but now that the Russo brothers have hinted at elements from both Secret Wars, it raises a lot of questions. Could we see Doctor Doom as the main villain? Will Galactus play a major role? Could the Beyonder make an appearance? There's a lot to unpack, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds. So, this was a basic explanation of both Secret Wars, and by now, you might have realized that Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars is a better story overall. But then, why are the Russo brothers considering the 1984 Secret Wars? The reason is that the old Secret Wars had some iconic moments. So, let's talk about those moments. 1. Spider-Man's black suit. For those who don't know, the old Secret Wars was the storyline where symbiotes were introduced in Marvel for the first time. But at that time, this idea was so new that it was explored further later. In the story, due to continuous battles, Peter Parker's suit got heavily damaged. He asked Bruce Banner for equipment to make a new suit. Banner allowed him to use the lab, but Peter accidentally activated a different machine, which was actually a containment unit. Upon activation, a black-colored sphere emerged and attached itself to Peter's suit, slowly covering his entire body, thus giving him his iconic black suit in the comics. This moment became so legendary and popular that Marvel expanded it into the Symbiote Saga, which later inspired Peter's Back in Black storyline, one of Spider-Man's darkest arcs. 2. Galactus Involvement. In the old Secret Wars, when multiple heroes and villains were teleported to Battleworld, Galactus also arrived. His character arc was quite interesting. While heroes and villains were fighting each other to win and claim their wish from the Beyonder, Galactus had a different plan. He wanted to consume Battleworld itself to satisfy his hunger. Galactus was so committed to his plan that he even rejected Doctor Doom's offer and brought his World Eater machine to Battleworld to destroy it completely. However, in the 2015 Secret Wars, Galactus wasn't as proactively involved. He was merely seen as a gatekeeper at Doom's fortress on Battleworld. The Russo brothers might want to give Galactus a bigger role in the MCU, especially considering he is about to be introduced in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. And we all agree, we would love to see Galactus in action. 3. The Beyonder and his connection to the MCU. Now, let's talk about the Beyonder. If you're a fan of the old Secret Wars, you probably love the Beyonder. His name always comes up whenever Secret Wars is discussed. The Russo brothers will likely incorporate him in some way. But how? In the old Secret Wars, the Beyonder arrives on Earth and meets Peter Parker first. Their dynamic was one of the most interesting parts of the story, where Peter teaches Beyonder about morality and heroism. That being a hero means selflessness, without personal ambition. The Russo brothers could adapt this arc and show the Beyonder coming to Earth due to the incursions sent by the Celestials to judge humanity's fate. He could meet Peter Parker first, leading directly into Secret Wars without breaking continuity. And from here, we could see Doctor Doom stealing Beyonder's powers and creating Battleworld in the movie. Because no matter what anyone says, Beyonder is an extremely interesting character. Now, there's only one question left. What will be taken from the 2015 Secret Wars? We want the Russo brothers to use the 2015 storyline as the main plot. Jonathan Hickman's writing is much more consistent and well-structured than Jim Shooter's. The 2015 Secret Wars had a perfect setup, starting with time runs out, leading into a massive conclusion. Everything felt well-established and well-paced. They should keep Battleworld's concept from 2015, as it gives Doctor Doom's character much more depth. The only flaw in the 2015 Secret Wars was its anticlimactic ending. If the Russo brothers can fix that issue, they could create an amazing and mind-blowing movie that merges both Secret Wars. So this was a breakdown of the old and new Secret Wars. From all the hints we've received from the Russo brothers, it's clear that something big is coming. If they combine the 80s nostalgia with the 2015 storytelling, we might get a potential masterpiece. Now the question is, what do you think? Will Beyonder appear in the MCU? Or is Loki actually the Beyonder? Will we get to see Spidey's black suit moment in the movie? Or is someone going to steal Spider-Man's powers? Let us know in the comments section below.